otherwise known as RBL.
In the digital space, where dreams ignite.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, otherwise known as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuley.
And my son, chairman and CEO of EZWay Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuley. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our EZWay family. You know who you are. You're around the world. And all our listeners, the times are changing. I mean, I can't believe every day there's something new going up. And remember, it's RBL, Radio Boomers Live, RBL.com, eZWaynews.com. Every Monday we're here, guys. And just because it's a Radio Boomers, it's all ages. We have people from all ages coming on, sharing their ideas, and a lot of entrepreneurs. Show's brought to you by BBC, Better Vision for Children. And what we do is, thanks to Eric, we bring a lot of awareness because the eyes are going through a lot today with everybody on the screen, you know, on the laptops, iPads, cell phones, whatever. And we're trying to bring awareness basically to little children. We want to have them tested as young as possible. I've been in the process now. A couple months ago, we tested about 5,000 children in Hawthorne, and we're back testing. It'll be close to 7,000. We're doing about 500 a day. Now, that's a good thing. But the issue is that sometimes 25 or more % have refers. That means they've been diagnosed with something, and we have the schools follow up and get them detected. If they're detected early, guys, it can be taken care of. You don't want to let it go. So that's what Better Vision for Children is about. Phase 1 and Phase 2 is a better vision for their future. And that's where we step into the foster world and underprivileged children for mentoring, education, screening, of course, and just across the board, hopefully change their lives because we're opening up new doors. The technology today is running, I don't want to say running rampant. It's basically beneficial to a lot of people when you find out you can do this or that in such a short amount of time. I'm amazed. I don't have to type it in one at a time anymore. And now people are starting to buy assistants to help around the house or the office. It's really interesting. And, you know, people are starting to reach out, you know, off from the entrepreneur side. They love, a lot of people love helping you. And there's a lot of, there's so many nonprofits out there. I mean, we have the Better Vision for Children. There's other vision organizations. I worked with the Lions Kids Site program. And we do, other than the eye testing, we also help with, they have an organization called Friends in Sight, helps people with the eye test and getting glasses. So this is across the board so needed because, you know, this is where we're at now. I don't know what it's going to be like, you know, with more stuff coming out, more hours on the computer, younger times where the kids are literally on the screens at a young age. That's why we're trying to stay on top of this. And the eZWaynews.com is really rocking. Eric has built a super app. It's one of the most interactive networks I've ever seen. And you could jump in and be part of it. I kind of like the metaverse myself. He's got a metaverse in his app, in his wall of fame, where you can go on the wall, scroll through, find someone, you just touch a picture, see if you're interested on whatever they do. The EZWay, the VIP pitch parties every other Thursday, another amazing interactive way to meet. And today we have David Riklan, and we're talking about something really special too, the JB directory. And that's another super interactive process. You know, we used to have it, if we needed to get a hold of somebody, all we had was we needed a dime. You go to a payphone and you make a call, or you go home with the old dial phone, and that was it. Oh, no computers. Well, they had computers, but they took the size of an entire house with the reel-to-reels and everything. Now it's really beyond amazing how you can have everything in the palm of your hand. And I relate to the encyclopedias with all the knowledge. It's an encyclopedia on steroids. I mean, you have videos of anything you want to look up. And here, Eric is with us. Eric, I'm just sharing about the interactive capabilities today are off the charts, aren't they?
The technology and the way the digital wave that we're surfing now is beyond unbelievable. In fact, guys, this is a very interactive show. RBLlive.com. Make sure you subscribe. But if you are feeling anything that we're talking about, or you know anything, you can always contribute in the comments below. And a lot of times we can bring them up on the screen, like on the Mark TV is with us right now, and he's saying bvccharity.org. But yeah. The technology, I mean, guys, we are going to be doing some workshops on AI that's going to blow your mind. A level of AI that hasn't even come out yet. I mean, they haven't even really come out with official artificial intelligence yet. But what they have come out with, and the ability of one particular, like ChatGPT, and what it does for you. I mean, it does everything that you could possibly imagine, from contracts to proposals to making images. And then if you attach it to other things, you can do videos. You can do everything you need right there on your phone now. Like it's a whole business operation, staffing right there in the palm of your hand. Yeah, the technology is unbelievable. So post your comments below. Yeah, we're gonna go to commercial break. We do have David Riklan coming on. He is the founder of the JV Directory, which is an amazing organization that's been great for us. And we've gotten a lot of members in the eZWay family from the JV Directory. So we're gonna learn a lot about how you get your joint ventures going with your business, and how to scale, in the coaching business and speaking world ultimately. And this guy's got a lot to say and a lot of knowledge. So we're gonna go to commercial break, and this is gonna give you a little bit more inside and information on our app as well as our television network. And then we'll be right back with David Riklan, the co-founder of JV Directory, and also Self Growth. Be right back.
EZWay Interactive. Start connecting the EZWay. Are you ready to connect like never before? Introducing the eZWay Interactive app, your ultimate social solutions network. Whether you're looking to network, collaborate, or simply share ideas, eZWay makes it easy to engage with like-minded individuals and organizations. Discover innovative solutions, join exciting discussions, and expand your horizon, all in one powerful platform. Don't miss out on the future of social networking. Download eZWay Interactive now and unlock endless possibilities. EZWAYTV is more than just a streaming platform. It's an interactive media experience built for entrepreneurs, influencers, and entertainment lovers worldwide. Broadcasting exclusive shows, movies, interviews, events, and entrepreneur. EZWAYTV brings visibility and opportunity together in one powerful network. What makes us different is our interactivity. You don't just watch, you can connect with the people on screen through our app and community. Through collaborations with over 10 major OTT and streaming networks, including Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, iTube 247, Faith Channel, Country Box, On the Mark TV, Fan TV Global, Laugh Out Loud TV, iVod the eZWay, Bill Duke TV, Nonprofit TV, EKTV, Expansion TV, The Women's Channel, Trailblazers TV, and the new eZWay Family TV channel. Finally, eZWay Network members can enjoy their own collective community TV channel that showcases eZWay family content submissions, events, interviews, and so much more. EZWAYTV content now reaches over 400 million homes and mobile devices. From red carpets to reality series, business shows to lifestyle programming, EZWAYTV is the home for content that inspires, entertains, and builds influence. eZWay Network also gives back to better vision for children. Want to be on eZWAYTV? Download the EZWAYTV app and call 1-877-399-2929 or scan the QR code.
All right, we are back. You guys are watching Radio Boom, RBL Live. You can go to rbllive.com if you're enjoying the show or you want to be on the show. And we have a special guest, and every time we do our show, we always have a special guest that has a lot of great information and knowledge to educate you, and we give you the access to these special guests that we have coming on our show through what we call the EZWay Wall of Fame.com. So if you like what our guest has to say today, you can go to EZWayWallOfFame.com and you can go to his profile and you can click on connect and you can interact and connect and do business with our guests. We also have it right here in our app, which is an idea of the activity from what he's posting. So you can download our app and you can also connect with the guests. But David Riklan, man, shout outs to whoever connected us to JV Directory, probably close to a year ago, maybe more. They do an amazing event on Zoom with about 100 people on average every couple weeks. And they are probably one of the top leaders online, and I would say in the world, for helping businesses become JVs or businesses that are already joint venturing to find other businesses that want to joint venture and basically connect those two. And they also teach a lot of other stuff. They get involved with a lot of events, but the membership and the SaaS platform that they have, software as a service, really connects you directly to some really incredible people. He's also the founder of a program called Self Growth. We're going to learn a little bit more about that, but he's been in the game for a long time, and he knows what he's doing. He's going to be able to teach you guys a lot. So without further ado, let's bring to the stage David Riklan.
David
Riklan.
Hey, I like that fan base out there, David. So what's going on, my friend? I mean, are times changing or what, right?
Times are changing very, very quickly. Artificial intelligence, amazing, the changes. I'm adopting it. I know both of you are adopting it in a big way. It's going to impact everything. It's already impacting everything.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah,
Dave, do me a favor and just we're going to give you the stage for about 5 minutes to just kind of like, we call this the easy talk, kind of like TED Talks. We do easy talks, and just introduce yourself and you talk about your expertise and just let our audience get to know you a little bit better as we start this interview.
Dave, we're going to run a bio, but it's going to run it by everybody. But your bio is far too long. It's very impressive, but you wouldn't have a chance to be on the show by the time I get done.
All good to go. I'll be happy to share a little bit about my background and what I've been doing. And I'm going to piggyback on some of the things that the two of you were saying a couple minutes ago. I've been in internet marketing since 1995.
Wow.
So all about internet marketing. I bought my first website. It was selfgrowth.com in 1995. I was thinking I should have bought Google or Amazon.com or any of those, but I ended up going with selfgrowth.com. And at the time, it became clear to me, even in 1995, the internet was going to change everything. And at the time, I had a very strong interest in self-improvement and personal development, personal growth. I believe we're all about living our best lives, and we're all about continuing to grow through our lives. So I launched this website called selfgrowth.com, and the core focus of this website was aggregating or compiling all the best resources for kind of self-improvement, personal development, whether you're looking to improve your health, your finances, relationships, spirituality, business skills. We're looking to bring that all together in one place, kind of like a mini Google or a mini Yahoo at the time. This is pre-Google. Before Google, or BG, as folks like to say. And we created this directory of self-improvement, personal development information. And I was really on two missions, and I'm still on these two missions. My first mission was a very simple mission. It was to help people improve their lives. And the way I was doing that was helping them find the right resources, the right information, the right experts to help them improve their life. And while I was doing that, my second mission started unfolding, because I realized people kind of fit into one of two categories, and some of them both. There were all the people that wanted to improve their lives, and then there are people like Eric and James who are helping people improve their life, and the Wayne Dyers of the world and the Tony Robbins of the world. So there are a lot of business owners out there that were creating content and coaching and helping people improve their lives. So at the end of the day, I found that I was a bit of a matchmaker. And my goal is very simple. It was to bring these top experts, and you can see books from a bunch of them in back of me, to help them connect with the people who are looking for help with their life in some way, shape, or form. So I looked at myself as a connector. And one of the interesting things that I found was it was very nice to connect them. But what I started to find is that these business owners and experts could also connect to help them grow their businesses. And I came upon this concept of this partnership, or what I like to describe as joint ventures. And for people out there in the business world, a joint venture is typically any time that two big companies get together. So for example, let's say Microsoft and Amazon decide to get together and spin off a third company. That's typically what's called a joint venture. But what I realized in the small business world, joint ventures were a little different. We almost redefined what a joint venture was. And for us, a joint venture became any time there's a partnership where two companies are working together to help support each other. And in essence, what we're doing right now with RBL Live and with James and Eric with the Zuleys is this is a mini partnership or joint venture. They're giving me an opportunity to be a guest here and to share information about what they're doing. And ideally, I'm going to be sharing some valuable information to them as well. And we recommend each other. We support each other in a whole bunch of different ways. These are all mini joint ventures. And what we came across, I found this idea out literally well over a decade ago. But I realized one of the challenges for these joint ventures is there weren't a lot of places to find people to partner in joint venture. So one of the people I knew in business was Mark Porteous, and we created a group called the Joint Venture Directory. And the Joint Venture Directory was a community of coaches, authors, speakers, healers, people in the self-improvement, personal development area that wanted to kind of partner together to support each other. And that's what we're about. And Eric Zuley is part of our community now. We have a wide range of people in our community. And the goal is very simple, is to bring together people that are going to support each other to grow their business. And all the businesses are in this self-improvement business area where we're all not only helping support each other to grow our businesses, but we're also supporting individuals to help them improve their lives one way, shape, or form. So those are my missions, and I'm continuing with them, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with Eric and James, help them with their mission and help support my mission.
It is constantly evolving, isn't it? I mean, have you ever seen? It's always been this way. We understand, right, over the years, but within the last maybe year or so, you really got to stay on top, because the guy next door all of a sudden is going to have this new program, maybe typed into AI, and he's washing you away. That's amazing.
Well, what's interesting is kind of two pieces to the puzzle. So one of the things you mentioned is some of this is kind of old school. The working together where people support each other to grow their business, referral marketing, some people called it referral marketing or partnership marketing. That's been around forever. Go back 100 years. Yeah, the people were recommending each other for business all the time, but it's just grown substantially and it's changed. And in a large part, it's changed because of the technology that's available now. So first it started to change because the internet, that brought people together. And then after the pandemic, people started doing a lot of Zoom calls and networking through Zoom, and that's continued. But now there's a lot of AI tools that are changing it also. So the core concept of supporting each other has been around a long time, but the ways and the tools that we have to do that are changing very, very quickly. And EZWay you guys are kind of leading the way in terms of technology to do this. We're still doing a lot of old school stuff where we're bringing together people in meetings, but eZWay is really doing it and kind of stepping up the use of technology to make it happen.
Well,
And
thank you.
like you mentioned, this is really across the board. I mean, we're talking about online and your program, Eric's program, and all their. But you're talking about the medical industry, the trucking industry, you name it.
Sure.
It's like everybody's got to plug into this stuff.
And let me say too, Dave, thank you for acknowledging that. And that's kind of what we are focusing on trying to accomplish, is being the leaders in the SaaS space for marketing and connecting. And you and Mark are great at getting people to support you, I got to say. And I want to go into the topic of how, and let's go into some strategies about how you get people to support you. So what I mean is the topic of affiliate marketing. And I want to give you the stage to answer, like, what you've learned are the best strategies to get people to actually take action to support your business and affiliate marketing.
I'll start with what I consider kind of a core concept. It's been around a long time. I'm not taking any credit for the concept, but I love it. And you both are involved in this very simple concept. It's something called the law of reciprocity. And I love this concept. I first learned about it from a book called Influence by Robert Cialdini. And I don't know, Eric, you're probably a fan. I don't know if you've read any of his stuff, but the concept's very, very simple. What Robert Cialdini had analyzed and found is this law of reciprocity. And it's a simple concept. He found that the more that you do for other people, the more that you support other people, the more that you show other people you care, the more they're going to want to do for you. Very, very simple concept. And I think one of the ways he tested it out in the early days was an amusing way. He would send out Christmas cards to people that he didn't know, randomly send out Christmas cards. It's a crazy concept. So randomly sending out Christmas cards. And he found that the majority of people, even though they didn't even know who he was, would send him back Christmas cards, which is just crazy. We're kind of built in a way, we all do that in a regular. Somebody comes up, they say hello or good morning. Guess what? We say hello or good morning back. But on a broader business level, this law of reciprocity is in motion all the time. So the question that you started with is, well, how do you get people to support you? We have a lot of people that are recommending the joint venture directory on a regular basis. And the core of it is helping or supporting them first. That's kind of a core approach that we have. And what we find consistently is the more we're doing to help and support people, the more they'll be willing or even want to help and support us. So it brings about a couple of core questions. The first is, what can you do to support other folks? That's kind of a core piece of the puzzle. And then what are you looking for help from yourself? And I know, and Eric, you do a lot of stuff to support people all the time. This is kind of a core of what you do. So I'm going to hand it off to you for a couple minutes. I'd like to hear a little bit about some of the things you do, because I know a lot of it overlaps.
Well, I'm going to jump in there, Eric, before you say anything. This is, I heard this at a lot of events, and I get a lot of calls. People say, this is such a different platform. It's like you guys. My term is called, in fact, I have a business called it heartfelt. When you talk to somebody or they tell me, I don't know, the people that I'm talking to, they actually care, and they're asking me, how can I help before they put their sales pitch on? You have the same type of group. It's a great feeling, and that's the way it should be, right? Go ahead, Eric.
Thanks, Dad. I think really it boils down to one word, and that's community. And every business, especially nowadays with how things are transitioning and changing, you need to have a database to make dollars. Now, is how everything is moving forward. It's all about the database, and a community is not necessarily a database, names, phone numbers, and emails. It's a database of people that want to support each other, and that is like a movement behind a particular brand. And so I think on a technical perspective, it's really a matter of tracking who's the rock stars in your group. And we have really worked on the technology to track those rock stars and reward. I think it's a matter of rewards and incentives. The more that you're appreciating, I always talk about power of association, which is also another piece in branding, but power of appreciation is the second thing I talk about. And just like you said, the law of reciprocity, David, when you show people that you're putting effort into appreciating them, especially in social media land, there's a reason why it's called social media. It's social. You have to comment people, you have to like them, you have to engage with them, you have to show them that you're appreciative of them commenting to you, so you have to comment them back. But when people don't take the time to reply to that, or they don't have the systems in place to make it seem like they're replying to that, then you're not necessarily going to get the engagement that you need with your community. And going into affiliate marketing, it's really about how many tools that you're giving them to make them shine in association to your brand. I'm gonna give it back to the affiliate marketing and business joint venture wizard. What do you think of that?
So I'm all in on it, but I like to differentiate a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Because people fit in. People are using these partnerships, cross promotion, joint venture. I like to separate people into three levels. There are people that are just getting started. There are people that are running a business, and then there are people that are crushing it. And the tools that they'll use are going to vary depending on where you are. But there's a few things that you mentioned. One, social media. One is community. Let's back up a little bit. So community is really critical. And one of the things that people do a lot in this joint venture cross promotion world, and one of the big benefits of it is, I like to describe it, some people describe it as sharing communities. So for example, we have a community of people that like us, you have a community of people that follow you. So in essence, what I could do is recommend you to my community, you recommend me to your community. So we're almost sharing or swapping, and you could be looking at it as sharing audiences, swapping audiences. And in order to do that more effectively, the stronger your audience is, and that audience could be a strong social media audience. It could be a large list of subscribers that are getting your stuff. The stronger your connections are with your audience, the more you'll be able to recommend other people to your audience, and the more they'll be committed to or want to support you. So building this audience is really critical, and social media is a great way to do that.
And I think that's where media comes in as well, where you have to have a YouTube channel of some sort, or a podcast, or a magazine, or a newspaper, or a blog, something that collects database, that collects new people, and that comes into your community and whatever your community and your business does. And that's one of the things that our business does, is we help coach, teach, guide people on how to build their own media in their own business and build their community in a sense. And I also think it's a matter of how your mindset is, because a lot of people have a competitive mindset and like, oh, I want to get around my customers. These are my customers. It's my money, right?
Yep.
And then a lot of people, have that collaborative mindset like we do. But and it's funny, because if you really look at it, David, you watch the people that have a collaborative mindset. You have to be smart, obviously, with how you do your business. But if you have the law of reciprocity and you have that mindset, if you have a positive sharing type mindset, community type mindset, where, hey, the win-win mindset. I always tell people when I first talk to them, I say, look, if it's a win-win, I'm in. And then I explain, how is it a win for them? Here's what we can do. Now explain to me how it's a win for you. And typically, if you can match what we do or beat what we do, then it's a win for us. Other than that, we're already there, right? So that's why I think when you have a relationship, you just need to really go to where that win-win is between that relationship. So if I have a co-founder of E Entertainment Television, you have a co-founder of Sony, then we have a win-win, right? And that's one of the things I really love about our VIP pitch party, as well as your guys' joint venture, your nights, your round table, and the way that you have these quality superstars that come in, or new people that come in, and everybody, is able to collaborate, and I love the fact, David, that we have software and you have software, because not a lot of community oriented membership networking businesses has the software. And thank you for the compliment on, we have an advanced version of the software, but you guys have a great software as well. You guys have a great way for people to just simply go into a simple directory. And I want you to talk a little bit about that too, on your software and how simple it is for you to provide results for your members, because you can just go right in the directory. You can find anybody that you want. You know, and you can simply see a lot of education as far as all the people that you have. And also, Dave, you know, and before I ask this question, I completely forgot, guys, if you are liking the show, you can actually download our app by scanning this QR code, and you can learn more about our network. And then periodically as well, you're going to see whenever we do a screen like this, on the left and the right are QR codes if you want to get more involved with the show. But, you know, basically you guys provide a lot of opportunity and a lot of results. That's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to bring you on, Dave, is you guys really provide a lot of results, whether it's stages for people, just like we do, you know, meeting people that bring them on podcasts, or really education with very high profile people, just like we do. Right. And really you give that access. I think that's another word we need to talk about, is access, because not everybody has the access that we have.
So you just put a lot of stuff out there. I have a thought as well, and I want to figure out where to approach this. So would it be okay? We can do it later. If you want me to do it later, if you want to put it out later, I have a bonus that I can give for folks, because there's so many different ways to partner with people. We actually put together a report. We could share that later if you want. And I have a link for that that's actually tied to you. So I'll be happy to share that now or later. We can put it after the show.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we share a teaser now, and then they go to your profile, and we'll have it ready to go, you know, on the app and on the profile, and we can even set up a Zoom event, you and I. So anybody that's interested in whatever offer that you're giving, everybody can come in at one time. And I mean, really, anybody that wants to learn affiliate marketing and joint ventures, you and I are the kings.
All right, no worries. So we put together, it's a report on 21 ways to use joint ventures and partnerships to grow, extend your business. And we'll also put something, we'll make it available where people can come as a guest to one of our networking events. We also do some more advanced training on joint ventures and partnerships. But let's take a quick look over here relative to some of the things that you're saying. So one is, I'm all on board on this concept of collaboration. There's a lot of people that very much look at the world as everything's competitors. You're all competitors. Everybody's a competitor. The way I tend to look at the world is everybody is a potential partner. Part of it might be the industry that we're in. And I'm in an industry where we're working in this broad personal development, self-improvement industry. So everybody's in the process of trying to help people improve some aspect of their life or their business. And for me, there's opportunity for partnering with that. But one of the things that Eric's mentioning over here is about audience and getting in front of folks. So we're all running a business. And in order for us to run a business, we need to get in front of potential target audiences. So one of the most effective ways to do this is to find people who have a similar audience with a non-competitive product, and you're working out some sort of opportunity where you're letting them speak in front of your audience, you're speaking in front of their audience, and you're getting out to more people. And there's some nuts and bolts associated with it. You want me to get into some of the nuts and bolts of this, Eric?
Yeah.
How deep you want to go?
No, I want you to get into the nuts and bolts, because one of the biggest reasons I wanted to have you come on the show is because I wanted our audience, David, to really learn. I mean, I got to give you a little testimonial too, and let me take the screen here, because before I let him really get into the nuts and bolts of JV Directory, guys, you know me, I don't say things lightly. I don't endorse people lightly, but we have been with JV Directory close to a year now, maybe over a year. And we've gotten about 100 or so people that have come into the network now that have supported, not only have become members, some of them have paid, but they've been very, very supportive. And it's a super high quality group of people. And I definitely recommend that you do follow up. I always talk about follow up and follow through creates, finances, I recommend that you come to this Zoom that we're going to do and really get involved with not only EZWay family, but JV Directory. So go ahead, Dave.
I'm going to step back a little bit and I'm going to piggyback on some of the things that you mentioned. So I started talking about kind of sharing different communities. and sharing with each other. So we wanted to make it easy for folks to find the right people to connect with. And this is really a core piece of the puzzle. For example, if you're selling products and services that are specifically for women between the age of 40 and 60 that are divorced, you want to get into a community and you want to get in front of that audience. So if that's your audience, you want to get in front of somebody who matches that audience. If your goal is to work with new college graduates, you want to be able to get in front of new potential college graduates. So we've created a system with our community, and we have about 1,500 business owners that are part of our community, in which you can literally go in and say, you know what, I'm looking for someone who has products for health. I'm looking for someone who has an audience size of 10,000 people on their email list and has an audience size of 20,000 people on their social media reach. And we want to make it really easy to find those folks. And as you can see, Eric's doing a little bit of a quick demonstration over here. And you can search for things like email list size, social media reach. And actually, if you click on your profile, we'll have you go up to the top and click on your profile. You can put information about all the things you want to do and go to the next section of your profile. You can literally click and say, you know, I want to get on podcasts. I want to get on summits. And let's take a look at some of the things that you're looking. I'm looking to cross promote by email. And you can really get down and figure out not only who do you want to connect with, but who are the best people that kind of match what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, the best people to partner with right now immediately are people that are in similar niches to you, people who can provide similar value to you that you're going to be providing for them, and people who are ready to support you right away. With the goal being, I look at a couple of goals. One of the goals is to get in front of your ideal target audience. And the second piece of the puzzle is get in front of people that can convert and create sales. Because it's all well and good for Eric and I to support each other, but it's even better when we're supporting each other in a way where we're both increasing or generating business for each other. And that's, we're all in business. It's all about growing our businesses.
So basically, Dave, I'm just trying to show them an example of you can see that you guys really have like an Angie's List or like a really good system to get people to everybody's information. And then if you want to get to somebody, you click on it and you can get to their profile and their information. I don't want to put their other people's contact information out there on air, but I just really wanted people to see the inside. You also have a lot of high profile people involved with your organization that speak, that teach a lot of things. Talk a little bit about some of the people that you work with. I mean, I know we both work with people from The Secret. We work with people that are superstar speakers and just people that are willing to give education to a community that charge a lot of money. I might add, people charge a lot of money to educate people in this manner. Talk a little bit about that.
So our goal is very simple. It's to help people connect with different businesses to grow their business. And one of the ways we do that is we also want to make sure people have the right tools that they need. So we'll bring in guests and we have people at all different levels. So we do have people in our community that literally, I'm a new business owner. I just started my business a month ago. I have a couple of clients. But then on the flip side, we might have people like a John Asseroff or a Joe Vitale or Mind Movies that are running 7-8-figure businesses and larger. And what we'll do is we want to get the expertise out and make sure everybody not only is connecting, but knows the best tools to grow their business. And we brought in some very sophisticated trainers. Like one of the people that we do a lot of work with is Suzanne Evans, who's running an 8-figure business, very high-end coaching business. And she does training for our community. And Jennifer Deep Stratton. And we have people that are doing training on getting on podcasts and training on summits and email marketing. So our goal is really severalfold. One is to help you connect with the right people. And then not all of us are an expert in every single area of marketing. So we're constantly bringing on new experts in different areas of marketing so that we all learn to grow. And as we're doing that, we're building our business and we're helping other people build their business.
So when are you going to have this expert?
Let's figure out a day and what you're on a topic to talk about. Let's get you out there. I'm in.
Sounds good, guys. I mean, honestly, guys, this is one of our bigger joint venture alliances, I guess you could say. And both of our, so how many members would you guys say that you have total?
So we have our full email list, which is about 15,000 coaches, authors, healers, speakers, consultants. There's about 15,000 of those. Out of that full list, so that's our full community. And actually, it's a little bigger because if you add in our social media community, we have several 100,000. So it's even a bigger community that we reach. In terms of the hardcore members to the joint venture directory, we have a little over 1,500 that filling out their profiles, that want to work with you, that want to connect. And a lot of them are either in what I describe as self-improvement. A lot of people are in health or finances or relationship or business skills. They're helping you grow your business or spirituality. So everybody fits under this big umbrella we call self-improvement, which is really where I've been living for the last 30 years or so.
You know, it's interesting because I've been to events and have a lot of military friends. One of them had a book. They're putting out the book. He's a special force guy, and about 50 people, maybe 80 people in the room. And I said, "Are you pushing your book?" And he goes, "Well, why would I push my book?" You know, he's proud that he just goes there. I said, "Okay, what about Billy and Mary?" He said, "Who's that?" I said, "Well, that's 2 of the 10 million kids that aren't going to know about your book because you don't push it. You don't get online. It's the people in this room." And then he looked, he said, "Oh, you really have to step into that world. Otherwise you wind up, you know, you get the Blockbuster scenario and many, many other companies that could go on for a long time that didn't tap into this certain." What are you finding when the people you come across, what percentage would you say are already pretty much plugged in? You don't have to, you know, they know how to get in, but some, it's a lot of the stuff is brand new. I mean, how do you turn on the computer? You know, that kind of.
What's interesting, I'd say the majority of people have not mastered their marketing yet. The majority of people. And what's interesting specifically in the industry that we're in, the self-improvement, personal development, self-help industry, is a lot of people have created what I describe as these hidden gems. You mentioned your friend who wrote a book over here. They created a gem that's of huge value to people. And one of the things that I like to reinforce with people is if you have a program, a product, a service, or a book, any kind of expertise that you in your heart feel will help people improve some facet of their life, it's almost, I look at it as a moral imperative to get that out in the hands of the people who will benefit from the most. And I really believe that it's critical to do that and kind of get the word out on what you're doing. Because if you're not, a lot of people are going to miss out. They're not going to learn. They're not going to grow from you. And you've really created something. If you've really created something of value and you really believe it's of value, you're right. Your privilege, your responsibility is to get it out there.
This is really platforms that are waking up the entrepreneurial spirit. A lot of people are excited to get out there because it used to be, you listen to the radio, you turn on TV, that's it. That's a world away. I mean, good luck going down there trying to be a radio host in the old days. Now you get the right equipment and, hey, I would like to do that. I'd like to start my own sweater line or, you know.
You hit the nail right on the head, Dad. And we don't have enough. We have to get to the next segment of the show. But Dave, I want to definitely have you back, and I want to get into that. I want to get into, you know, nowadays the tools that we have, and I want to follow up on what we talked about, doing a special Zoom where everybody can come in if you guys are interested in getting involved with the JV directory and really, you know, just what's going to happen in 2026. And I think honestly, Dave, eZWay and JV directory and eZWay, Better Vision for Children, we can lead the way for joint ventures and affiliate marketing and everything like that. Those of you guys that are watching right now, we are live on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Apple Store. We're on eZWay News. We're on 400 different manufactured televisions, Philips, Sony, Samsung, you name it. We're on, over the air, 100 different TV stations, wherever you guys are watching this right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you go to RBLlive.com and subscribe. And Dave, I want to do something real special with EZWay News as well. We still need to get you on our CNET section, which is CEOs that have networks. And guys, if you haven't subscribed to eZWayNews.com, it's kind of like our Google. It's like the place that you go, you search and you find everything, every partner we have, everything we're doing, every event. And speaking of events, this is, instead of actually going to an actual commercial break, and we're going to go to our Oscars viewing event coming up, which is a EZWay Awards event. We're going on our fifth annual official event. We're also celebrating me and my beautiful other half, Dr. Dante Sears' birthday celebration, March 15th at the Voco Laguna Hills. You want to book your hotel early, and you are going to meet superstars. We are partnering up with one of the people that do BET Raw and Uncut Experience. We're partnering up with the Women's Channel. It's going to be an amazing event. And these were some of the celebrities and honorees, and like an idea of what the event was like. You want to go to OscarViewing.com/EZWay Awards .com. OscarViewing.EZWayAwards.com. Let me say that correctly. And get your tickets early. It is going to be a private, exclusive event. Dave, I hope you can make it. I hope we can invite some of your guys' people. And I also want to give you some kudos before we let you go, Dave, for Deb Drummond, actually. So we ended up meeting Deb Drummond through the JV directory. And I mean, we saw her in some other stages or whatever, but we really met her through the JV directory. And that has turned into a pretty amazing relationship. And if you guys aren't aware, we actually have the Women's Channel on EZWAYTV with Deb Drummond. And Deb Drummond is known as one of the producers of the largest women's conferences, National Women's Day conferences. She's also involved with the Stevie Awards in Canada, and they have a really big group of women. And so the Women's Channel has really become one of the best women's stages for television on EZWAYTV now. And there's so many speakers on here. And Dave, we're going to have to definitely get some of the women and JV directory on the Women's Channel and on EZWAYTV. But I could scroll for ages and for months on end. And we're getting ready to put TV shows and podcasts and even a couple movies that are related to women and men who support women here real soon. And so I just wanted to say thank you to you and the JV directory for allowing us to meet as such an amazing woman like Deb. And me and Deb have become very, very good friends now. And she is also partnering up with us on this Oscars viewing, coming up. So thank you again to you and the JV director.
You're welcome. Great stuff. I love it. Yeah,
we love Deb.
So guys, we're going to go to commercial break. Go ahead and post your comments, David, if you want to stay with us. We have another guest who is a superstar in television. And those of you guys that are tuned in, just tuning in, go to RBLlive.com, and we're going to show you a little bit more about Better Vision for Children. And we'll be right back with Mark Balin and On the Mark TV. Keep watching, keep listening. We'll be right back.
Better Vision for Children, or BVC, is on a mission to protect what matters most: the gift of sight. Every year, thousands of children and teens go undiagnosed with vision problems that can lead to struggles in school, low self-esteem, or even permanent loss of eyesight. But with early eye screenings, we can change their future. Imagine a child who can't see the board in class, or a teen who feels left behind, when all it would take is a simple screening to put them on a path to clarity, confidence, and opportunity. Tonight, your support means more than just a donation. It means a child gets to read their first book clearly, play without barriers, and see the world with hope. Together, we can prevent vision loss before it's too late. Let's give these children the brighter future they deserve.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We're going to now introduce you guys to one of our other members who is killing it on the charts right now, breaking Roku records. Mark Balin, rocking the EZWay hat. I love it. Coming on board as an affiliate, a superstar EZWay affiliate member, known as, I was the walking billboard, but I gave it to him. We've officially, put the patch. We've stamped Yeah, you know,
No.
him as the
Mark's the billboard that has all the lights.
he's
I was.
taking
I was.
ranks.
I was. Sure.
So, but,
You know, you can't give yourself your own moniker. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to give yourself your own nickname, right? You know
So
that, right?
pat yourself on the back.
of course.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I don't come up with my nicknames. Everybody else does. You know, I'm like Platinum Connector, Walking Billboard. Those are names given to me by people. You can't give yourself your own nickname.
Are you trying to say that I gave myself my own nickname? I didn't get. I never called myself a digital Dick Clark. I've never called myself a marketing mogul.
No, you said you were the Walking Billboard and gave it to me.
No, my dad actually gave me the Walking Billboard.
That's
why I'm bringing it up on the show.
I thought that was Anthony Sardelli.
No, my dad gave me a long time ago the Walking Billboard, and I've been the Walking Billboard.
When
I never really used it. I didn't want my dad to hear that and be like, "I give you the Walking Billboard."
Anyway. You know, Mark, times are changing so fast. I don't know how you keep up with it, but we were talking.
You sure it wasn't the Walking Border Patrol or the Walking Boring or the Walking, something like that?
Did you say Walking Boring? Okay, so you forget who has the power. Goodbye, Mark. Just kidding.
So it's just crazy out there, Mark.
Don't hurt little Eric's feelings. I'm sorry.
Man, the New Jersey and New Yorkers just are pretty hardcore on television.
What happens is this. Let me explain. We don't want to talk too much because we'll confuse Californians.
There you go.
So we don't. I realize that I have to go a little slower to talk to people from California.
Well, it's funny. I was in a bakery the other day and I said, I'll have a Bismarck. And the lady looks at me like, what's that? I said, well, it's a jelly-filled donut. She goes, oh, we call it jelly-filled. Well, it just so happens the lady came in and back of me. She said, do you have any Bismarcks? And she goes, okay. So it's the Midwest. Like, what do they call a bridge? It's a viaduct. There's little things. You got to slow down, that kind of stuff. You
hoagie, subways, and grinders.
Yeah.
So I came to California for the first time in 1992, and they put mustard and mayonnaise on my sandwich, and they didn't know what a coffee light and sweet was, so I was already confused. Mustard and mayo on a sandwich.
It takes a while. It takes a while getting used to it.
So, Mark, I want to get into On the Mark TV and everything that you're doing. That's really getting a lot of headway. You've been doing your On the Mark TV thing. We work with some mutual people in common, and you've now hit Roku pretty hard. You connected us to somebody we worked with years ago. We've all collaborated, and we've formed this massive distribution and massive just vehicle to get people out there in ways that other people can't, because we have all these different collaborations, all these different channels. This show, we want to give you a chance to talk a little bit about On the Mark TV and the content that's on it. And as you're talking about it, we're going to be showcasing your channel here, which is where do people go to watch it? And besides EZWAYTV, obviously you guys can go to EZWAYTV. You go to iVod on Roku as well, because we all collaborate and share each other's channels. But what are we watching right now, Mark? And talk to us more about On the Mark TV.
Oh, that looks like Rat Patrol. So James will know what that is, because you keep telling me your generation doesn't know television and doesn't watch television. So let me tell you something about television. I've been addicted to it since I was like 4. I used to lay on the floor and turn the console TV channels with my feet. James can relate to that because we didn't have remote controls back then. So we did it by either feet or hands. So long before cable was invented. So I've been addicted to television. My parents both worked. I was what they call a latchkey kid. Yeah. And so what happened was I've been watching TV forever. It was always my babysitter. So when it came to putting stuff on television, I understand content. I know what people want to watch. I know what people want to listen to. I know what people want to relate to. So between me and my partner, Maureen Cooper, and everything we do, and her amazing library of content, we've created a channel that people actually want to watch. So we put on stuff like MMA boxing. We have bare knuckle fighting. We have a movie like The Bounty. We have the 10 Commandments. We have the original Snowman. We have original everything. We have cartoons. Right now there's Bugs Bunny. Every Saturday morning I'm having Bugs Bunny, and every Sunday morning I have Bugs Bunny, because that's what I grew up with. I grew up with Saturday morning cartoons and Sunday morning cartoons. And so
that's why my television channel is successful, because it's something people actually want to watch. If you want straight entertainment, of course you go to Hulu and all those other channels, and that's what they are. They're entertainment channels. If you don't want to go to the movie theater, you turn on you turn on Netflix, you turn on those channels. But if you notice, their content is kind of like weak in between their blockbusters. And I'm not disrespecting them. It's just that they don't understand content. They're paying millions of dollars for like the WWE and whatever show they can buy, and they're not recouping, and they're relating completely to their subscription based. On the Mark TV, it's free. So the reason it's free is because I want to share television to the people who really want to watch television. The only thing that bothers me is when people watch television, they tell me they don't watch television. But every time you turn on your phone, every time you turn on TikTok, every time you turn on YouTube, anytime you turn on any kind of entertainment, you're watching television. Even though it's not coming from a 75-foot screen in your living room, it's still television.
Yeah.
It's a monitor. Television is a monitor. It's a hardware. The content is the software.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. But you know, you remember, Mark? What was it? 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13, right?
Yes, sir. It was 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
And it was CBS, NBC, ABC, and then you had your independent channels, Channel 9, Channel 11 in New York.
Yeah.
I used to watch Florida wrestling on Channel 47, which was a Spanish channel, but it did wrestling from Florida. I used to watch the WWF at 9 o'clock on midnight on an independent channel from Madison Square Garden. So, I mean, I've been watching independent television long before there was independent anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you had Channel 5, and you had Channel 9, and you had Channel 11 in New York, and then you had Channel 13, which was PBS, Sesame Street, Zoom, Electric Company.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm
I
old.
watch that stuff, and here we are at events with these people. You know, Mark? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, see, I was able to put, like, right in November, right around Thanksgiving, when all the families are together. I'm a Jewish kid from New Jersey, so I threw on 10 Commandments, and it was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Now, ABC puts it on once a year on ABC during Easter. Now, I'm Jewish. It doesn't make sense for me that 10 Commandments to be on Easter Sunday. I don't get it. So I put it on around Thanksgiving when all the families are around each other and understanding where we actually come from through the Bible.
Charlton Heston. He was.
God bless him.
He was actually at the Family Film Awards.
And he's also the president of NRA. Well, he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're a gun-toting civilian, you like Charlton Heston.
And, you know, then you have the info channels, you know, with the documentaries. I find that it's really interesting. People are learning more about, you know, the Antarctic, the history of the different countries, the wars, and touring around. I don't know if you remember the one gentleman, he was doing California Gold, and he would just go to different parks. That's all he did.
Oh, yeah.
He get a lot of views. You know?
I got a guy bringing me the Rodney King documentary written by the gangs, like the actual gangs, their perspective.
Yeah.
All right. And I got documentaries coming from all kinds of facets. I got a documentary being built by Little Mania Midget Wrestling All Stars. I feature Little Mania Wrestling All Stars every single day on my channel. Jay Panaro, Lenny Panaro have given me a tremendous content, and it made me a worldwide channel because of their content. Little Mania Midget Wrestling All Stars, featuring people like Little J, Lieutenant Dan, Tyson Phoenix, and people like that. Yokozuna. It's like these guys are incredible athletes, incredible talents, and they travel 350 cities a year.
Wow, that's traveling.
Right, and then I have camping, fishing, hunting. I have I have this amazing content that Maureen Cooper is the godmother of streaming television and the queen of content, and we don't share her because her content is legendary.
Yeah, she's definitely got a database of movies, and you know I love tuning in once in a while. You know, the Dick Van Dyke, or you know, now
I have that.
Leave It to Beaver, and here
I have that
Mathers and them, and I don't know if you okay. Do you remember?
I have that girl. Remember Marlo Thomas with that girl?
Of course, yeah.
I put Rat Patrol.
All right,
Rat Patrol, dude.
With Marlo Thomas, Danny and his wife were friends of my parents back in Chicago because
There you go. See, it's family wholesome content. I'm no offense, guys, but I'm 64 years old, and I don't believe in any case that they should use certain words on television, and no matter what they can get away with. I don't like things I see on at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock at night that's on television, and I'm watching a lot of things on television right now that I cannot tolerate or stomach. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful, but it's not stuff that used to be on at 8 o'clock p.m.
Yeah. Do you remember? All right, I want to just ask, do you remember the Leave It to Beaver with Wally and everything? Do you remember?
Of course, Tony Dow, Jerry Mathers.
Remember one of Beaver's friends, Whitey? He had the white
Wally.
No, Whitey with the white.
Oh, Whitey. Okay.
He was one of Beaver's friends. That was Stanley Fafara. I actually rented him a room for a few months here.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, James, you live in a Hollywood area. I'm sure you've had content and contacts with Hollywood people for years. So, I mean, I know how Eric is contacted to Hollywood. I mean, he grew up in it his whole life.
Did you do any soaps?
I do series like Queen of the Swords. I have another one called Buffalo Girls, featuring Angelica Houston. I do a lot of series, not soap operas like Guiding Light, General Hospital, One Day. That's my mother grew up on that, but it's tough to get that stuff because it's hard to license it.
Not to interrupt you guys, but I really we have to end the show now. We're kind of a little bit over time, but everybody that's watching right now, I want to show you guys on the screen actually how you find our Roku channels, and you can watch all the content that you're listening to, as well as where you really can find all of the different channels that we have. But if you have Roku, let me go ahead and feature this.
There it is right now, guys. Okay. There's my Roku channel. Little Main Image of Wrestling All Stars, baby.
So if you guys look closely, you'll be able to go to your Roku and you go down to where it says search, and then you type in iVod, IVOD. Oops. Hold on.
Right there.
IV.
Yeah, Eric's taking a while, so I'll get there quicker.
Not a competition.
So let me show you what he's talking about. This is the most important thing I want to show you guys. If you don't, just give me 1 second.
They're not seeing your screen. Hold on.
Oh, so, wait. They can't see my screen. They can see me.
Hold on for a second. If you guys search iVod eZWay, the channel looks like that. You're going to click on that. You're going to install it to your Roku. And then when you click on the iVod channel, which is actually iVod eZWay, this is the company that actually owns and is the main distribution for everything that you guys see with the TV that we're doing, iVod eZWay. And when you go to this channel, it's going to show you, it's almost like a Tubi. Okay, so a lot of what Mark was talking about, you'll see on the Mark TV, you'll see eZWayTV, you'll see Nonprofit TV, and all the other channels that we have. But if you scroll down, you see all these different movies, and a lot of people have been telling us, like, wow, I watched some of the movies, it was awesome. So you can go through and see that we are building a massive hub, hub channel that's going to have everything in one place, which is iVod eZWay. Also, you can go to EZWAYTV if you search on your Roku. You go to hold on. Same thing. You just type in eZWay, actually. So if you search oops, kind of hard to juggle all these different things. EZW.
How you do it?
AY. Okay.
All right.
Then you click on that channel, and if you are
got to give a class on remote control.
you guys are part of the EZWay family, you guys are going to really love this channel. So if you install the EZWAYTV channel on your mobile device, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, or Roku, you can go to your own channel. We actually created you guys, the EZWay family, its own channel, which is the EZWay family channel. And as you can see, there's a lot of content on here as well. And we just recently put the Golden Heroes Luncheon on Roku, which is a major event we just did in the same venue. We're going to be holding the Oscars viewing. All right, Mark, I'm bringing you back on screen. I just wanted to make sure everybody understood.
Just real fast. Here's what I really want to tell everybody. Okay, I feel like I'm blessed. I started this channel a few years ago. I rebranded it back in September. I partnered up with Eric. I partnered up with Anthony. I partnered up with Maureen, and the channel took off. But here's the thing. There's certain things in life that you can't do no matter who you know or what you know. Sometimes you actually have to be blessed. And I'm blessed. And I'll tell you why. So when I downloaded my On the Mark TV channel for the first time, you can see the location. All right, Eric can show you. I'm in the top left corner where everybody's eyes go to every single time they read something. I'm actually above, and I'm actually above Hulu. I'm actually above ESPN. I'm actually above Roku's own channel. I'm in the top left corner. I didn't do that. Roku did that.
Show the screen.
Okay.
Turn your camera.
And also, let me know if you go to my streaming post channel with that post my streaming channel. If you go to streaming post, if you go to the first page, you're going to see On the Mark TV. Now, here's the scary part. The third page, NBA TV. So I'm on the first page, and NBA TV is on the third page. Again, guys, I didn't do that. Streaming Post did that.
Mark, you're on a cell phone.
They saw something in On the Mark TV and my social media and what I deserved and belonged to. And luckily, by the grace of God, I'm in those spots.
So, Mark, you're on a cell phone. Why don't you turn the cell phone and show on your television what you're talking about?
I did. That's what I'm trying to do. See what, like here, let me show you. So what happens is, look, I want to show you. See, I mean, it is EZWay, iVibe. Those are great channels, and TNA. But watch, I'm not disrespectful, but look where I am. On the Mark, top left corner, top tier, Netflix. I'm above. There's Netflix, Prime, Peacock, ESPN. Hulu. Look, there's NFL. The NFL.
Hold on.
I'm in a better position than the NFL, Disney Plus, Paramount, HBO, Apple TV. Hulu, CBS. I mean,
Mark,
that says something, guys.
Mark,
that says something.
Mark, that is
I don't care. I mean, I didn't do that. I don't have billions of dollars that the NFL has. I don't have billions of dollars that CBS or Disney has.
Mark, you have to hold on. Stop for a second. This is our show, and we have to make sure we're validating things. So anybody could be on there in that spot. That's not.
No, I know you can't. I know that's not. No, Eric, that is not true.
They're putting you there. I could put my stuff at the top as well. If you install.
Why isn't it?
That's where.
Why isn't it?
I could. I'll do it.
Why isn't it? Why wouldn't you want to be in the top left corner of the top tier?
Because what happens is when you install a channel on Roku, it places it at the most top recent place on Roku. So that's
no disrespect, to anyone, but look, nonprofit TV got put here.
I'm not trying to put you down in any
Spotify
way.
got put here.
I don't want to put
EZWay TV got put here.
They're all put in. The main thing is we get to watch them all. I
just don't want Roku coming to us and then we're putting false.
No,
because that's
okay. So let me validate Roku. Let me validate Roku. So in the 25 years of people building channels, for the first time in history, they're sending letters out from AWS Amazon, which is their streaming host, and they're telling me that I'm breaking records.
Yes. Now
and I've been doing it for almost 4 months now. And just to let you guys know, Roku on December 1st, I hit 500,000 viewers in my first 3 days.
Yes.
Roku by the fourth day said I couldn't get my numbers anymore because they had to piggyback me with 30 other channels to raise the numbers up. Yes. Now, I don't know about any other channel, but they've never done that before. They made On the Mark TV piggyback with 30 other channels so they would have 530,000 views. So my 500 plus their 30,000. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that's what validates where my channel is.
That's super.
So I don't have to validate it. Roku validated it.
I hope it didn't rock your world too much when you came across meeting Eric.
So let's
trust me, guys. Partying with Eric Zuley and the EZWay family is a massive, massive reason why I'm in the position I'm in. So
Mark,
it's not a competition; it's a family.
No, it's not a competition. We're on air and we're broadcasting.
Because if it's a competition, I win.
We all got to keep moving. Eric, just reminding you, it's quarter after. We're gonna get.
Yeah, no, we got
overtime.
We got to
well,
end the show. But
when you have the best guest in the last 1,500 episodes, people want to listen to hear it.
Yeah, so when we're broadcasting
we are
on a high level that we are, we just want to make sure we're putting valid facts out there. We'll put it out on EZWay News, guys. If you
have valid facts, I had paperwork to prove it.
So, and you are doing a great job, Mark. You're breaking the rules.
Mark, we got you on special.
We all rocking and rolling together, and we are fighting for the airtime, fighting for the microphone. I hope you guys,
isn't that why you made me affiliate of the year, Eric? Isn't that why you made me affiliate of the year?
And yes, that's one of the things I was going to try to get to, but we don't have enough time. But we did make you affiliate of the year. Well, we're going to be having you back. I believe it's going to be the third week of February.
Yeah, we're going to promote this new thing with flying over time.
In detail. Yeah, go ahead and in about 30 seconds, tell people about that.
All right, real fast. So I have a friend of mine, his name is Nova Hall, and his great-great-grandfather is Donald Hall, and he helped build the Spirit of St. Louis. And Nova Hall, luckily, when he was about 18 years old, found a trunk in his father's house that had all the blueprints, all the paperwork, all the old radio shows, all the roles, everything about the Spirit of St. Louis and Charles Lindbergh. Now, Charles Lindbergh, of course, got all the credit because he's Charles Lindbergh and he was the pilot. But the person that created the plane and that created the gas tank and the engine that can make that flight was Donald A. Hall. And Donald A. Hall had a factory, an airplane factory in St. Louis. So what happened was the reason they built that is because that was right after that flight, that's what Howard Hughes built TWA and started the airlines that could go international.
Hughes, yep.
That's huge.
So something I forgot.
So that's massive. So we're bringing that to EZWay News. And we're bringing it to RGM.
I actually met Dynamite, his top mechanic, his flight mechanic in
Northern
Northern California.
We got to end the show. So thank you so much for coming on, Mark. Thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in. Go to RBL.com and EZWayNews.com. Make sure you subscribe and become an affiliate of the EZWay Network, and we'll help Mark.
Hashtag EZWay family.
Hashtag EZWay family. Thank you so much, Mark. Dad, let's go ahead and end the show.
Thanks, Mark, for coming on, and thanks, David. You rock. And JB Directory. I mean, it's all about teamwork, guys. And Brady Boomers Live, Better Vision for Children. Get the kids tested, guys. So we're going to be signing out. We'll see you next Monday.
EZWay, spirit strong and bold. Every click, every move, so alive. In this EZWay verse we thrive. Feel the beat every time we unite.
You're watching EZWay TV, powered by EZWay.
EZWay, life's a better game. Once you step